wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello people, it's Poet and we are back on TimeShot. Now when we left off, I was working on the donor room. Actually, when we left off, you probably saw the prank video, which I think I'm going to be posting before this with my buddy Holefast, who was online. Yeah, so we prank code more or less, and I noticed that my crafting table has returned. At least this one returned. I forgot that it was even there before, to be perfectly honest with you. I had put this one back, so that one was fine. And the one that was up there in my house there was fine. And the one that was inside of the donor room itself was fine. But Code, I think, took this one, and it's all of a sudden back. So I'm gonna actually head over to the dock at Spawn, my shipping company, and see if it was returned there. Because yeah, poor helpless challenged Code. He doesn't know how to make a crafting table, so we gave him plenty, and now that he has plenty, he can easily return what he didn't have before. He was resorting to theft in order to get his crafting done, which we just can't have. What? Is this a different color? Is that yellow, or does it just look green because of the blue sky? I think it's just green because of the blue sky. It's yellower and yellower the more close I get to it. It does kind of have a yellow, a greenish tinge to it. Like that line right there, that's green. But it is a yellow block, so definitely yellow. Where else would he have taken a crafting table from? There was one in here, but I don't see it returned. Don't know if he took one from in there or if someone else did. Oh yeah, nope. His hut is clean, which means that he's cleaned up all the crafting tables. What color? Yellow? Yep, it is clean. Definitely. Looking good. Oh. I guess he's maybe making the episode now. Oops. Now we steal. There we go. This is a recurring event. Just because he has crafting tables doesn't mean I won't take his crafting tables. I mean, come on. Oh. Hey. Yeah, he did. He found them. Oh. Got them. Job well done. Hey? Did he get some more? No. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere. Oh, yeah. Here's some more. And that's it. So in today's episode, I am taking the crafting tables back. I will replace the ones that I had taken from me, and I'll have a bit of surplus. Yeah, that didn't last very long. He didn't have those crafting tables for very long. I understand that. But what's a challenge in crafting? He doesn't want to get that achievement, is what he really doesn't craft a crafting table for. So I want him to make that achievement. And people in the comments know it too. I've seen a few comments where they're like hashtag make code craft a table or something like that. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make them. We're gonna just keep taking the crafting tables until he has to make one. So that's looking better. That's how I wanted it. Yeah, I think that should be good. I don't know who else he took crafting tables from, but I imagine he has crafting tables back at his house, his main house, I mean. I'm not going to run all the way over there to get them right now. So, that'll just be the way it is. I won't take any more crafting tables that aren't placed down in his base. More than likely. Maybe. We'll see. I can tell you for a fact that we had way more than that made up. So, I think that there are more crafting tables to be found. In today's episode, though, it's kind of a day where I wanted to talk about success. And I think that I've mentioned this before, but it's kind of the key quote of this entire talk. The key quote. I don't know what the right word for it would be. It's not key quote. That just sounds ridiculous. But it's kind of the topic of discussion, you know? It forms the topic. Everything revolves around this quote, and kind of it gives me the inspiration to talk. And that quote was actually from Jim Carrey, the comedian, you know, the comedian. And he was talking about kind of his life growing up, his father and all that kind of stuff, and how his father had a lot of odd jobs over the years, or became an accountant or something like that. I'm butchering the story already, because I'm kind of paraphrasing the story and how it was. But essentially, his father ended up in a dead-end job, and he wasn't very happy with his job in the end, you know, despite that being, you know, the job that he thought he should have, the one that should support his family and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't, I think he actually got laid off or something like that, or got fired from it after a huge amount of work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, these rooms are 10 large, huh? Alright, which means 20 spots. Okay. Actually, I have a donation today. I'm going to be doing that. Bye-bye. I'm going to put a new donation in there. After the last episode that I mentioned donations, I actually did get one, so that's pretty awesome. So again, if you donate, 50% of that donation will go to a charity. And the donation itself will not be used on extravagant expenses or anything like that. So it's very much appreciated. These donations have a direct impact on me continuing to make videos and do this for you guys every single day. So this one is from Brian G. I don't know if you want to be known as something else. If you do, just let me know. There was no note on the donor page, so I'll just put your name, Brian G. And it was a $10 donation, so thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it. Sometimes the donations come in and it's actually like a parent's account or a friend's account that they had to use, PayPal account. Or they want to be known as their Minecraft username or something. So just let me know. Just send me a message on YouTube with the email address that you used for PayPal so that I know it's really you. And I can change that up for you. But in today's episode, what I wanted to do was actually finish this Dino donor room. I've got a list of all the names who donated and how much they donated. But we're actually going to have to make this room a little bit bigger. by about 5 blocks, 6 blocks, about that. So let's do that first, I guess. But anyway, talking about success, talking about Jim Carrey's father, how after years of working in an industry, he got fired and he didn't even like the job, is kind of what you got from the story he was telling. And the quote, which I have actually posted before, I posted the quote on Twitter once, and the quote is basically, let me get it, it's not basically, it's exactly, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance at doing what you love. And this, to me, rang true very much so in my own personal life. Because, as you guys know, doing YouTube full-time was taking a huge chance. You know. Why get a job that's just a job? A job that, you know, pays the bills. And I hear this all the time, especially when I have chats on the internet. You know how the internet can be. The internet is very rude, obnoxious, and cynical, etc. There are people out there who, if I say, you know, YouTubers kind of have it rough, we don't really have a fixed income, our support is you guys. It's ironic that I'm working on the donor room, but without you guys, I mean, there's not enough money there. That's a fact. And what I often see when YouTubers mention this fact is people saying, well, why don't you go and get a real job? And that kind of brings us back to that same quote. You know? You can fail at what you don't want. You can get a real job, but you'll be miserable. Well, there's a chance that you'll be miserable anyway. Some people actually do like work, even if they don't particularly have any relation to the work. What am I at now? Crap, I wasn't really counting, was I? Let's do it. It should be 40. No, sorry, 20 plus. Hold on. It was 10 per side, so 20 spaces plus 10, so 30 spaces? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and broken pick. What a coincidence that is. Let me just use Silk Touch. Can use stone always, so kind of works out. But yeah, that's the thing about real jobs. Getting back to the topic, I was in a job for, well, I've worked ever since I was I think 14 and a half or 15 years old is when I got my first job. From a very early age, I always had pretty high aspirations. I never worked a job at a gas station or a restaurant, serving tables, flipping burgers, what have you. Like a lot of people end up doing, working at the mall, working at a convenience store, and so forth. I went right for the big guns. Like, my first job was as an IT guy for the province that I live in, for one of the government buildings. And I got that job basically by just applying. You know, you can't get something unless you apply. I applied. I went in for the meeting, the interview, and kind of just said, laid it on the line, like, I am the best person for this job. You know, I might not be that old. I might not have even that much experience, but I know that I can do it because I've done it as a hobby for years. And here I am, only 14 and a half or 15, but, you know, it's my life. They liked what I had to say, and I got the job. I worked some pretty good jobs. I've been working, like I said, since about that age. I ended up at the kind of the culmination of all the jobs was my last one, where I was actually the manager of IT, network services, and so on. Overseeing the people who do the things that I do. And you know what? It just wasn't that fun. I did enjoy it, you know. It's not like I wouldn't say I love it, though. And that's kind of the key, is that you should be working in a job that you love. And if you don't love the job that you have, you should really keep working at finding that job you love. And I know that a lot of people settle. And when you settle, it becomes increasingly difficult, especially when bills pile up and stuff. But that's where the other line of the quote kind of comes into play, is that you might as well take a chance at doing what you love. Because at the end of the day, despite you thinking that you're very comfortable doing a job that you might not love, you might just tolerate, maybe it's okay, you know, good perks or something like that, it's no more safe than a job that you would have to take a chance on, you know. Maybe you're working as some guy working selling shoes or something, but you've always wanted to become a musician or a carpenter or even an IT guy. Maybe that's your dream job, the one that you really want. But you think that you can't really leave your job now because, you know what, you got bills to pay, you got a family, you got a baby to feed, you got, you know, things like that. It can all really pile up. Or maybe you just don't have the time. You think you don't have the time. I'm just saying that for me, it was a very scary thing. It really was. It was very, very scary to... Basically, I was comfortable in my job. I was very comfortable. I had pretty good pay. My job was set. I knew that nobody would replace me. I would never be fired, kind of thing. The job could only get better from there, kind of thing. But I was getting less and less happy doing what I was doing, and more irritated doing what I was doing. What was once a hobby for me, like I said, when I was 14, I got the job by telling them it was a hobby. You know, and that it was basically my life. How could you not hire me? This is my life. This is what I do. Increasingly, my hobby, what I loved to do, was poisoned by the work that I was doing that I didn't enjoy. I had to get out of there, you know. And in that sense, I think that that's why I say that you can fail at what you don't want. Now, at the same time, I did kind of want that. At the beginning, I did. I failed at what I did want. In a strange sense. But I didn't love it. I wanted something more. I wanted something that I loved. But in order to get that thing, I had to take a chance on it. And that's where we are today. I just had dinner with a friend of mine from that office that I used to work in. And of course she was saying to me, well, you know, how's business? How are things going? And I can only say good things. Like, it's reached the point where I honestly have nothing bad to say about what I do. Which is good. I mean, that's ultimately what everybody's dream is, to be able to say good things about what they do. I have to admit that when I started it full time, in the following months, it was pretty tight. It was pretty tight. I mean, there were months where I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pay the bills. And honestly, there were months where I didn't pay the bills. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, there were months where I honestly did not pay the bills. But it's gotten better. Everything's gotten better now, To the point where the bills are paid, and I have a little bit extra on the side, set aside for a rainy day. And rainy days will come. I understand that. But at least I'm not struggling anymore. And I'm happy. I'm happy doing what I do. And really, that's the biggest thing that I could have ever asked for. I took that chance, and it worked out. The thing is that as much as people can talk about some kind of a crisis going on in the world, some kind of economical crisis where, oh no, what are we going to do? We can't get a job, you know? If we try, we can't. Man, this is about to break. I'm going to go heal this pick. But you know, especially in the United States, there seems to be some kind of an attitude where, this is wrong. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by these blocks that I noticed were wrong. But in the United States especially, because of the bad economy, or the supposedly bad economy, people seem to be almost afraid. And I'm very glad to be living in a city, and I do say a city, not a country. The country itself thinks that it's the end of the world sometimes as well, that the economy is also going to plummet and so on. But my city has always been pretty forward-thinking, positive-thinking, in that we're not affected by the economy. We have job growth, and it's that good mentality that kind of keeps people employed and willing to take a chance on jobs and things. And I think that if you get over that fear that, you know what, if I quit my job tomorrow, or if I quit my job today, I'll never find a job tomorrow. That kind of mentality is just wrong. And you got to take that chance. You will find a job out there. Trust me, you will. Let me see here. Let me just take that. If I make just a normal pick, I wonder if it would repair better than using, what is it, 4 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. That's a good price, I think. I love the new enchanting system so much. Look at this. 4 levels, and it repairs my Fortune 3 and Breaking 3 Efficiency 4 pick. That's great. And it cost me like 4 diamonds and 4 levels. That's great. How could you complain? But I won't do that one right now, because it looks like 4 levels is about as much as I'll ever need to repair anything. But anyway, what I say is, regardless of what the economy looks like, you can't think about the what if you fail. Think about it when it happens, but you won't fail. If you go into something with a completely positive outlook, you can't fail. It's when you start thinking about the negativity of the situation. Well, what if this happens? What if I don't something, you know? That's when you fail. If you think about something positively enough, it's funny, it sounds like it's not true, but it is true. I don't know why it's true, but it's like your own positive energy fuels the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have to count this. You can be successful if you try, and if you apply yourself to being successful. And I know that it's one of the most cliche things out there, that, you know, you don't know until you try, you know, that kind of thing. But it's kind of true. It's really odd that it's true, and you often might scoff at people who say that kind of cliche line. And there are others that I could say too, you know. You don't know until you try, and, you know, at the end of the day, you can always go back to what you were doing before. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now I need some square blocks. This is how I build these rooms. It takes me so long. Let's take this. Oh, I have lots in my inventory. Look at this. All these. Oh yeah, because I was mining with a silk touch. Forgot. Anyway. You can always go back to what you don't like. As funny as that sounds. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Really. And maybe the economy worries you, but don't let it. Like I said, you only have to worry about that if you fail, and you won't. So don't even think about it. Don't even think about that situation. I think that's what stops most people from taking that chance, is that they would take the chance if there was a clear-cut, yes, I will be successful, yes, I will make it, yes, I will do good, then I'd take the chance. But then that wouldn't be a chance. If everybody knew that they would make it immediately, then honestly there would be no chances to take, and everybody would have their dream job. But what I think I learned the most about doing this full-time, starting to do YouTube videos full-time, is that honestly it's not as scary and it's not as difficult as I once thought it was. And I'm left kind of with the realization that, you know, if I were to go back in time, if I could somehow go back in time, I would probably slap it into myself, my past self, and say, from the early age of even when I was 14 and a half getting my first job, and saying, listen, I know you want to pay the bills, but there's this really cool new thing coming out called YouTube that you should probably check out. I know that it's a chance to take, but you gotta try. You know? Maybe my parents wouldn't be too impressed with that idea. But trust me, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not scary anyway. It's like this fear that we're gonna fail, and then what happens when? I do believe that you shouldn't try to do it until you have a little bit saved up. I know that it can take a lot of saving, depending on what you want to do. But they do say that you should have about 6 months saved up. 6 months is a lot for a lot of people. Can't just save up 6 months that easily, right? Well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Because you start to talk to people about what it really takes. And sometimes it's as simple as like telling people, well, you know, it'd take about 6 months of saving, you know. You got to, or no, not 6 months of saving. A lot longer than that. You need to be able to sustain yourself for 6 months. So whatever you make in a month, you have to have 6 months of that saved up. Sounds like a lot of money. And to those of you out there listening who don't really work yet, all I can say is that to save up 1 month of savings, it might take 4 to 5 months, you know. So we're talking long term sometimes. In the meantime, maybe you will work those odd jobs, but never give up hope that one day you will ultimately get that job that you wanted. You know, always think of the job that you don't really like as temporary. Never settle for it. You know, always have a game plan. Now, funny thing is that the guy who replaced me, the guy who ultimately got hired in my place, apparently, the rumor has it from people who have spotted him and know him and what have you, they found that he is actually training right now to become a police officer. Sounds like a dream job to me. But the point is that despite him getting a job and having not even worked there about 1 year. It's almost 1 year to the day, in fact, since I started doing YouTube full time and he got hired and all that. But it's been a year. That's not a very long time, and he's already still working towards his dream. And I think that's what everybody needs to do. If you set aside, say, $100, $200 every single month, you realize after a year just how much that is saved up. And that's money that you can use to support yourself when you finally quit that job, and maybe while you're just getting started, things are a little bit slow. It's not working quite as quickly as you thought it would. Don't worry, you've got that little bit of extra money saved up, you know. Maybe you need to use $200 a month extra. Well, that's why you saved that up in the past. Now, of course, I do talk to a lot of people who don't have the ability to save money. And even I've been in that situation where save money, I can't afford to pay the bills as it is. But what you got to do, of course, is find a way to pay those bills off. Find a way to get yourself out of that debt. If you are in a job that does not increase what you do, what you earn, if you're constantly in a hole, either one of two things has to happen. Number one, get a better job that pays better or negotiate better pay. Number two would be to lessen your debt by spending less, being more frugal. You know, just being a little bit more careful with money. I know that when I was very, very tight on money, and even now, I don't eat out as much as I might have used to go out, or I don't order takeout that much more. For example, I haven't really bought any new clothes in like a year. Even little things like a haircut, I leave for maybe another month extra or something, you know? I'll let my hair grow out a little bit longer because you know what? Hey, it's expensive to get your hair cut sometimes. Silly as it sounds, it can be a little bit expensive. So save by not going that month. You know, maybe next month. But get yourself out of that debt, and then it's really, really, really easy to afford doing what you love. You will find. Oops, I think I made just a little bit too many signs. Maybe. Okay, let me just refer to this here. Okay. So this is pretty easy. Let me see. Let me consult the paper that I printed out. Yeah, I actually have an old-fashioned printer. Tried not to use it, but the list was so long for the Dino donors, for our Punished Poet Dino donors room, that it wouldn't fit on one of my monitors without me scrolling, and I didn't want to have to scroll. So I actually printed it out. And I'm just looking at the list now. And there's 2 people, I think. 2 people who have gold. And I think everybody else has silver, I believe. Yeah, I think that's correct. So let me just go and start placing these now. And this will round off the episode. I don't have any of the blocks that I need. Yay! Go poet. But if I'm going to wrap up that kind of a... It's not a rant. What is it today? Kind of just an open discussion about doing what you love, trying to do what you love. Let me maybe just give you a quick story about my father. Because I know that Jim Carrey was the one who made that quote. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance doing what you love. he was talking about his father, and that his father ultimately failed doing something that he didn't want, and then just had regrets that he didn't do something that he loved. My father, very much the same way, in that years and years and years, he has never had the same job for more than, God, it's hard to even say. How do I do this here? That zombie's annoying to me. I'll just place a torch there. Good enough for now. But anyway, my dad worked... When I was growing up, I don't remember my dad having a job for more than 2 years straight. The same job. And then he would quit that job and go work somewhere else. And sometimes it was for more pay. Sometimes it was for less pay. But he was always kind of searching for something. I don't really know what he was searching for. But whatever it was, I don't think that he ever really found his dream job. And in fact, I know my dad pretty well. I think that out of all of his children, me, my brother, and my sister, of course, being his adopted daughter, but having raised her since toddlerhood, basically. So she counts still. Anyway, that's kind of on a tangent. But out of all of his 3 kids, I think I know him the best. I'm going to go out on a limb there and say that I probably do. I spend the most time with him. We hang out the most, go to different car shows, and he comes and helps me with renovations in my house. And so I think that out of all of us, I know him the best. I still don't know what his dream job is. I know that there are a lot of things that he would like to do. He talks about, I wish that we could open up an auto parts store together and sell exotic auto parts and, from classic cars, and it would be so great because nobody else is doing it here, and we'd be so good at it. We'd be so much better than anyone else, and, talks like that. But is that his dream job? Is that what he wants to do? I don't know. I don't really think so. And in a way, that's kind of sad that he's had so many different jobs, in a sense, failing each time at what he doesn't want. If only he had taken that chance. But you see, now I can grow up. I can grow up like I'm that young. But I'm talking when I'm in he's in his 60s, just in his 60s, I think. He is 60, I believe. I think. I'd have to, I'm sorry, but I don't know it quite exactly. But I can look back and at least be able to say to my children, to my grandchildren, to my family, to my friends, to anybody who asks, to anybody who doesn't ask, who I just want to tell, that you know what, when I was young, I took a chance, and I had a job that was a dream job. I want to be able to say that, and I know that I can, and I'm very proud of that. And I think that that's the feeling that every one of you guys should be able to have as well. Go do what you love, so that when you're older, you can look back and be proud of it and be so happy with what you've done. To be able to say, yeah, I had a dream and I accomplished it. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe YouTube goes under in the next year or two. Some company buys it and shuts it down. Whatever happens. Doesn't matter. I can still say, you know what? I tried it, didn't work out, but it was a dream job. I loved it. So, now, with that wrapped up, let's go to the diner donors. Let's go to the cafe of dinos. So this is the Dino donor room, and I will be customizing it. I decided. Same with the Amazon donor room for those who have donated something on the Amazon wish list. I'm going to make it maybe look kind of like the Amazon area, rainforest. Dino donor room. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's dinosaur related. I don't know, but we'll do something. In the meantime, I'm going to make all the rooms look the same, and then I'm just going to maybe have like the wilderness creep in on it or something. But let's get to this list. It is a long one, and every single person on this list is super ultra appreciated. The special Dino donor perk is yours forever, and you are appreciated with this special room. Of course, 100% of the donations for this room went to charity. So, I mean, what's better than that, right? Right? 100% of the donations of this room went to charity, and that's just an awesome, awesome, awesome thing. So, first up, bam. Let's get some signs on the board. And let's actually just eat. Make it quick. This will take us just a little bit. I'm going to try to hurry through it as much as I can. Oh god, why is the printing on this so small, and why am I feeling so old? Hold on. Alright. Got it in front of me. Got it. It's so hard to hold this page because it's flopping down. Alright. This one is from hold on. A-L-L. Hold on, I gotta read this. Alicastry. Right? Alicastry. This is me going fast, you guys. Alright, $5. No, sorry, $6. Awesome. Thank you so much for punishing Poet that day. This is actually from Alley Cat, surprisingly. Kind of a similarity there. Alley Cat, and then it says Alley Cat L. Yeah, I think that's it. Alley Cat L. And it's $13. Thank you so much. I wonder if that L was a typo. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me know if it is. Again, put your email address in the YouTube thing. This one's from Audio. Good old Audio Modified, who I have done videos with in the past. Blocking Dead, I believe it was. And some Mega Walls that he posted on his channel. Ooh, and that was $50? Oops. Already I've messed up. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. Next one is listed as Brian. Oops, I'm not typing anything. Brian. We got it. St. Pierre. 92. Wow, it all fit. Who knew? And he says in his message, it's gonna get you. I don't know what it was. Don't remember, but it was a $25 donation. Cool. Thank you so much. Next is Pegbird. Yar, Pegbeard. You are a pirate, and you donated 5 doubloons. Very good. Thank you so much. Next up is Haper Dig. Oh, okay. And it's all in capital letters, so I'll type it all in capital letters. Haper Dig. And he says hi in his donation thing. And his donation is $1. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Pegbeards, it says, this pleases me. I'm only reading off, like, there were lots of messages that people left, because every single time they donated, they could leave a message. And I only saved, like, one message per thing, but this is from Fabe. I was going to type Ironstone Mine. This is from Fabe, and it is a $13. I think it's either $12 or $13. I saw one extra, so I it might be 12, but I'm just going to put 13 just because I'm not sure. And Fabe says, I thought I could say goodbye with a bang. I have to go to bed now. He said other things, though, too. He really donated a lot. A lot of the $1 donations were from Fabe. And I think he had a couple $5 donations, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So thank you so much, Fabe. This one is from Highboy? Is it? Yes, it is. Oops. Number boy. Highboy, $1. Thanks, bud. There we go. Next up. Oh, what does he say? He says, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to spawn a mob, but I hopes it gives some scary noise or something. I think $1 does spawn a mob, so it's good. It's all good. This one's from Jake. Bna. And he donated, what did Jake donate? $8. Cool. Thanks, Bna. And next, Jedi. I believe. Yes. Yes, but it's I_Jedi. I should know that. Jedi donated $8 as well. And he says hashtag codes ambush. Next. This is alphabetical if you couldn't notice. Alphabetical to their email address. So maybe that's revealing something. It wasn't revealing something until I actually said what it was. Oh, crap. This guy, I think, donated more than once, but I think, I don't know. His username is too much fun like that. But I'm not sure if that's actually what it is or if he was just writing that at the time. I think I may have actually deleted who it actually was. So if you remember who that was, let's just say it's oh, I can't even say the thing or because it's their last name is their email address. Something.something86@youtube.com donated that and says this is all I can donate. But hey, that's great donation. Thank you so much. All went to a very good cause. Like I said, 100% of this room went to charity, so that was really awesome. Okay, this one's fan of... I don't know if this will fit. Fan of walkthroughs. Oh, it didn't fit. Ah! S. Fan of walkthrough S. And they donated $32. Thank you. That was really awesome of you. Next is Jordy. Has donated to me in the past, I believe, quite a bit, and this is yet another very generous donation. Thank you so much. Didn't leave a message there, but much appreciated. Well, didn't leave a message, I'm saying, but maybe they did, but I deleted the other one. I don't know. Some of them I deleted. Probably too much information than I should have, but this one is from Joe Z 530, and they donated $3. Thank you so much. Next is we're halfway done. Kaniva, another guy I've done videos with, was on his UHC team a while back. It actually says Kaniva's Thunder, and that was probably because he shot me with lightning or something. But I love that name so much that I got to keep it there. So Kaniva, thank you so much. $7. Okay. Next up, where are we here? Now I've lost the page. Here it is. Okay, this is from KCCOOL Ness. So K Coolness 13. And then he evil laughing with a $1 donation. Oops, this is wrong. This is all wrong. I gotta break it down one line. Break it down now. CCOO. Oops, that's not O's. Why am I typing that? And And then it was $1 donation. Thanks so much. We did all of this, and then I screw up on this one. Like, after doing 11 of them. Why? Or more than 11. What is this now? 15? 16? Crazy amount. I might not... Hold on now. How many do I have left? Let me just do a quick check. We'll get through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 left. Uh-oh. That's not 17. Uh-oh, uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to do it. Crap, man. So many donations. It's a good thing. I can't believe it. I counted 14 here. So I have to go 15, 16, 17. So 2 more basically. Man, I'm going to just, for now, I think what I'm going to do is just go, okay, 14, 15. Just break this open. 16, and then this will be 17 right there. For now, I had almost, I for some reason was thinking 30, but it's more than 30 names. And that's what did it. So, very cool, but wow. Can't believe that. So actually, I'm going to kind of jump back here. It'll no longer be alphabetical as of like right now. But that's fine with me. It's fine with you guys. And there. There we go. Yep. So, this one, after that name, is what? Chunk Monster. Cookie Monster. CKMNSTR29. Oh, I did it on the wrong line again. TR. And they donated $20. Thank you very much. Next is Liam. He donated what? $7. And that was over the course of a couple donations, I think. So thank you. Good buddy o' mine. This one is from, it doesn't really say, but I will do Hope P is the name on the thing. It doesn't have, the email address is a different name, and there's absolutely no mention of the donation or anything. This was one that came in through the actual donation link, not through the website. So it was kind of a bit of a mistake, I think. But if you wanted to have a different name or a different message or whatever you want to say there over the $5, again, just let me know in YouTube comments, or not YouTube comments, in the YouTube private messaging thing, the messages thing. Send me a message on my About page and just list the email address, and I will change it. Where am I going here? This is what I want, and also more of these. Okay, next up is kind of a cool one, considering the room is a Dino donor room. Eh! Look at this guy who spawned in with his jerk face. That was quick that they spawned in like that. Light it up. Oops. Light it up. This episode's going on for a very long time because of this too. But I hope you guys don't mind, because even me doing this is, I think, for a good cause. We donated to water.org, was the charity this time around, I believe. And I mean, no matter what charity I donate to, it's always such a good thing to kind of even just raise awareness about what's going on. I mean, a lot of the people who donated in this room did it to punish me, but at the same time, you know, it does kind of clue people into the fact that there is a charity out there and that they are in need. And maybe it inspires them. This one's from 4F, as I know him a lot, but I'll write the whole thing as 6F3B, is it? I think. Where did the name go? Yeah, that's it. And he donated $3. I said that was a special one because he's actually the lead developer of the Fossils and Archaeology mod. Donated. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Next up is David Dominguez. And he says he's my #1 fan. It says right there in the writing, so it must be true. $10. Thank you very much. Let's see. This one's from Tax Mafia. Gee. And I might as well just write all governments. Yeah. Anyway, Tax Mafia. And they say they love me. Okay. You want to kiss a little? $20. Thank you so much. Next up is Paranormal Mike. And he donated $2. He's actually a donor in one of the other rooms. Actually, probably a few of these people are. But he was actually involved with the community quite a bit recently, so. Sandy! She donated? Yes, she did. She donated $1. Thanks, girl. Next up, Steve. Oh, the Elemento Steve. Cool. I almost didn't recognize the name at first, but then I did. $2. Thanks, buddy. Let's see who else, because he used a different email address than. It doesn't say the Elemento Steve. It took me a second to realize who it was, but then I remembered. I know my friends. Okay, so this one's from Coco5692. There's more to it. Huh? Hashtag Amanda Bynes' face. What? That's what they said, but they donated $20, so whatever, I'll take it. I will accept Amanda Bynes' face into my donor room. This one's from Dave. From Dave. And he donated $15. Thanks, good buddy. Whoops, that's not where we place that. We are now almost done. Next is from another one where there's no name, no message. They donated through the other donation link that I had up, like the one that's in my description of the videos and such. So I'm just going to write the name Thomas M. And I think actually that's one from the other room where I might have had to have changed it in the past too. Whoops, $10. Thank you very much. I think they did donate in one of the other rooms, and I think I do remember either having to change the name or something. But again, just let me know in the YouTube comments, in the YouTube messages, I should say, with the email address you used. I know what it is. This one is from actually 2 different people, I believe. Let's see if I can fit it here. Actually, maybe I will. No, I'll just write it here. Is from Silly Ai-chan and BF Random Tyrion. The 2 of them together donated $9. Silly Ai-chan. Alright. The name of love. Ai-chan. Let's see. Next up. Thank you so much, by the way. Also doesn't have a name. They use the other donor link. So I'll just say Ricardo A. Ricardo A. And they donated $1. Thank you very much. Boop. Next is WBF Denny. Donated probably the most iterations $31, and that was over like 30 donations, probably. Like $1 each. No, they actually donated $5, I think, 3 times. There was a lot of donations, so thank you very much. It was very appreciated. I was very happy that you kept the donor thing going throughout the stream. This is from Win, hearts, and it is $5. Thank you so much. I think she donated $5, I think, despite not being paid from work or having money be pretty tight or something like that. So it's extra super appreciated. Thank you so much. Next is... Oh, this is the last one. And coincidentally, the highest one of the night was also over the course of lots of donations. Maybe even more than WBFB Danny. I'm not sure. It's either... I'd have to almost go back and check, but it's not really a competition either way. It was extraordinarily gracious. Has the top donation amount was from Yawning Neko. A very sleepy cat. It is. Donated. $73. Unbelievably blown away by that amount of charity. And we are done. Thank you so much, every single one of you who donated during that live stream so long ago. It's almost a distant memory now. But we finally did get around to doing this, finalizing this, getting this done. And again, I appreciate every single thing that you guys did and do for charity. It is just awesome having you guys, being my fans, you guys being my support, and being that generous kind of group is just awesome. If you donate this month, we'll say, the month of September, it is my birthday month. So what I'm going to do in my birthday month, because I'm feeling pretty giving, I, as you know, I don't mind getting gifts, but I think that if I get a gift, I should give something back in return. It's just the strange way that my brain works. If I get something, I feel like someone should get something a little bit more. So what I'm going to do for this month of September, all donations, including that first one we put up from our friend Brian G over there, 75% of the donation will go to charity. Not 50%, 75%. So that's an extraordinary amount, I believe. I'm going to be very extra charitable about it. Same goes for the Amazon donor room. If you pick something up on the Amazon wish list by chance, 75% of the value will go to charity. 25% will go towards basically paying my heat. helping me buy bread tomorrow. That'll be what the donation's for, which helps me basically go on living and go on doing what I do. So, thank you so much for watching. I know that took quite a long time, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk that we had about success, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching TimeShot. Once again, thank you so much. Share this video on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe if you haven't already, and do all those other awesome things that people do. We'll see you next time on the TimeShot server. Bye-bye.